Hey everybody, thanks for checking in today. It's Jessie with the Pampered Chef, and I just wanted to check in with you to share a little bit about the Pampered Chef Pineapple Wedger. It's that time of year. Pineapple is abundant and will become more so. And sometimes it's hard to pick a good pineapple, to know when you're in the grocery store what are the signs of a good pineapple. And so there are a couple of things you want to look for. You want to make sure that there's no obvious mold or rot, no soft spots around the bottom. And then you also want to, you should be able to pick a leaf easily from the center. If it is falling out, then it is too ripe. And if you have to really tug on it, then it's not ripe enough. And it will ripen up some. You also want some yellow throughout the body of the pineapple. It'll ripen up a little bit when you bring it home, but not very much. So you want to make sure that, so you want to avoid any sort of obvious rot or soft spots, any obvious mold, and you want that give in your, the leaves there. Now you'll notice that I had the pineapple upside down there for a while. That's because as pineapples are standing on the display in the grocery store, all the juice and the sugar pulls down at the bottom, so you have some dry, gnarly pineapple at the top. So by standing it on its head for 30 minutes or so, an hour or so before you're going to cut it, that will help to get the sugar and the juice to come back through, all the way through the whole pineapple. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the knife here. I'm going to cut off the top of the pineapple, and I'm going to cut off the bottom of the pineapple. And this is going to give me a nice steady surface for putting the wedger through it. We don't want it dancing around on us. And the pineapple wedger, you'll see, has this this outer circle and then this inner circle. This inner circle we're going to center right over the core of the pineapple. I try to get pineapples that are not too fat so that there's not a lot of wasted meat. So some consultants will recommend that you cut the pineapple in half across the middle here so that you're dealing with two spheres. I just do it all at once. You may want to do this in your sink or on your dining room table, because that will give you a little more leverage, but I'm just going to work through it here. And what you do, you want to go back and forth, side to side with your pineapple wedger here, and once it's in, you're just going to go back and forth a little bit and push. When you get almost to the end, what you're going to do is you're going to stop there. You're going to use, this is the blade guard. We're going to put that back over here. You'll see on the blade guard, I don't know if you can see it, but there's this elevated area right here. The pineapple is going to sit on there, and then the blade is going to go all the way down through the pineapple this way. So I'm just going to, you line up the tabs here with the handles of the pineapple. We're going to take a, see, I just went through all the way. We're going to take a pause here for a second so that I can go scold my children. Just a second. Okay, so we are back. So we've gone all the way through now. You can see we're going to just take off the edges here, the sides of the pineapple. And you'll see there's not a ton of waste here, but what I do with these bits that are left is I'm going to cut it down the middle here just a little bit. And then I will use my knife and just cut this down. And I use this so-called ugly pineapple if I'm putting it in oatmeal or on top of yogurt or something like that, because this is all still perfectly good. It's just not quite as pretty. But then you'll see we have here two perfect spheres of pineapple. How awesome is that? Now, here's something that's super slick. Did you know that our apple wedger will fit right over this perfectly? Dad, can you come over here and show them? See, we can just put this apple wedger right over the center of the pineapple. And now I have perfect spears of pineapple. Don't ever try to push your apple or your pineapple through the bottom here, because these blades are pretty sharp and you'll get a nasty cut. So don't do that. Just pull it from the top. But then look at this. I have these perfect spears. You can use them for drink garnishing, or you can just chunk them just like this. So tonight we'll have some nice fresh pineapple. And here's the real beauty. You know, if you go to the store, I paid $1.50 for this pineapple at Aldi's this week. You would pay $9 to get one of the fresh cut pineapple containers at the produce section. And that pineapple has actually gone through an ammonia wash so that you don't get poisoned by it, which is good, but it's not as fresh, right? So this way, if you just buy a whole pineapple like this, you can save a ton of money, wedge it yourself, chunk it up, have delicious fresh pineapple in no time at all. So thanks very much. Have a great day.